you. Okay, wait, start over. You
Okay.
killed it.
Take two. Take two.
Take two. Thank you. Can I start over now?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Are you,
probably gonna keep this in.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? You are terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hardest part of the ring with your host, better than the best, Teron Bishop.
Over here on the Wheels of Steel, we got Hollywood Jacoby.
And your beloved guest, me, the man with the longest name in professional wrestling, going to be soon the longest reigning Prairie Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion, Michael Allen Richard Clark.
Yes, sir.
I'm not flexing for my name. I'm sitting down. So.
So lazy, man. Come on, dude. You telling us how to get rid of our
Man, I've
COVID
been running
weight.
like every day. Yeah, I just. You got to watch the video to watch me get you in shape.
Hey, man. Michael Allen Richard Clark, sir, how are you doing? Long time no see.
I'm well. I'm a lot better than I was last time you saw me, and I'm sure next time I'll be even better than that.
Yeah. So look, man. I've been following you on Instagram because clearly you're my favorite. I didn't know you were my favorite until the other day. But
I'm everybody's favorite. Whether they know it or not, I'm everybody's favorite. The most handsome man in wrestling. There you go.
I like it. The new moniker right there.
So from your favorite fan, I've been noticing you've been getting a little buff, sir. Like, what is going on?
Just a lot of weights. I mean, obviously we spoke about it last time, but I tore my pec in August and I had surgery in September, late September. And I mean, I couldn't, it was tough. Like, I mean, while I was healed and rehab, like things were still kind of tender and you got to build things back up. But now, like, I'm definitely 100% back where I was a year ago. And it feels good to be back, sort of thing, you know. And I did a show recently for Clandestine Society. That was my first time back in the ring since I tore my pec.
Yeah, we'll get there.
And I swear some of it was in your head. And then, like, as soon as you're in there doing some stuff, it's like, all right, we're good. Like, everything's out. I'm not, don't even feel anything anymore. 100% for sure.
Well, we are happy that you are 100%, man. I know it was a little devastating when you were telling us the story and how you are trying to make your comeback there, like in your journey. So we're just happy to see you 100%. I'm happy to see you, you know, pumping them weights and getting us back in shape.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. 50 reps. I've been swearing by a pause. I always like my pauses, but everything I've been ending with is 50 reps of something.
What I've learned from your video in America and Canada, if you learn anything, you learn that cardio is very important to Mr. Clark. So
Cardio is very important in the ring. Nothing will piss me off more if I'm wrestling somebody and they don't have any cardio or they can't hold their own or whatever. That's like kind of an insult to me almost, because it just shows you don't take it seriously. And I'm not saying everybody takes it seriously. Some people see it as a hobby and stuff, but at least, okay, you can't afford a gym membership. COVID's tough. You lost your job, whatever. It doesn't cost anything. Go for a run. You know, it doesn't cost anything. Do some burpees, do some push-ups. Like, those things are free. And you can do a lot for that. But I mean, I'm a big advocate on running. I like running and sprinting and burpees and things like that. So.
well, I personally I can't run anymore because you know, like my back is like terrible. But I've been biking, like so that's been a thing.
There you go. I respect that. As long as you're doing something.
Right.
Get
Okay.
moving.
I just want to make sure that you approve of my biking and my keg that I have. I go between a 4-pack and a keg, and right now, unfortunately, it's a keg. But I'm watching that video and I'm gonna get it together, and I'm gonna.
You'll be back for that 4-pack. I have faith in you. You know, get on that bike a little bit more. I like biking as well. You know, it's a nice. I mean, you can obviously do it hard too, but it's nice to like leisurely ride around and do whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
these things are very important for. That's why I like being outside running, because it's very important for your mental health, especially summertime. You got to take advantage of it, especially up in Canada. You're not. I mean, some people do, but you're not going to be running in -30 or -20 or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've been watching anything? What shows you've been watching lately? I know with COVID and lockdown, you know, you had a lot of time to kind of work and watch TV. So what wrestling shows you've been watching lately?
I just keeping up with the normal wrestling and stuff. You know, I've been playing a lot of video games more. Right?
Oh,
Downtime, a
oh,
little bit of stuff before I play video games, and stuff like that. And I've also started a Rotten to this is kind of a list that I started a couple years ago, but Rotten Tomatoes, they got lists of genres of the top whatever 100 movies.
Right.
And I got halfway through it before a few years ago, but the list is always changing. But I'm doing the top 100 horror movies, so
okay.
it's not a very good list, but hey, it's just something to like. Got nothing to do, throw on a movie, right?
Yeah.
Look, man. Well, guess what? I'm not surprised that you're in the horror genre right now, just because you know who your favorite person is.
I'm always in the horror genre. I love horror movies, always have. Always, even when I was a kid, there was just something about them. They always intrigued me, always like, and then, like you said, my favorite wrestler is Kane. So that's like, especially old full mask Kane, very horror movie-esque for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So right now, give me your top three champions that's in all products across all products right now that you're watching. AW, WWE, Ring of Honor, whatever. Well, who's your top three champions?
Um, I like Lashley a lot.
Yeah.
Who's been killing it.
Nice.
Myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the tier list, it's Lashley right here. Normally, I would think it'd be the other way around.
Well, yeah, like I mean, but that was like the
Man.
first thing that came to my mind. Like, cool. And like I know he's not champ right now, but like, man, McIntyre was doing some great stuff. Roman Reigns, you can't go without saying him, obviously. Like,
Yeah, our tribal chief, man. That is our tribal chief. We believe in him.
unbelievable talent that guy has. I mean, everybody kind of turned on him and is liking him a little more now that he's a bad guy, but we always saw that talent was there. He's unbelievable.
For sure.
Big asset to the company.
Yeah. So obviously you were talking a little bit about clandestine society, and Jacoby over there has been like deep into what's going on up there in Canada. So, Jake,
Dude. All right. Well, Mike, I'm not gonna say you let me down, but I did watch the match and I thought that there was a ton of foul play. So I thought we'll get you on the show here and I can make a pitch to you about why you should leave Thad and come and I'll come up there and I'll make sure that you get the chair when you ask for the chair.
Hey man, like if you want to give me the chair, come on up. Well, that's fine by me. You don't need to even pitch. No, Thaddeus, I like Thaddeus a lot. I mean, obviously that was my first absolute match back, so like quite rusty, not gonna lie.
It's
But
okay. I mean, you still did
at least
the suplex and everything, man. Those spots were still awesome, regardless.
that's fair. I guess I still got that deadlift suplex in. I mean, you're not gonna get a match without that. But I mean, if there is one consolation to losing in any sort of sense of the way, obviously it sucks, but at least my boy Davey O'Doyle picked up the W there. We're very, very good friends, both Thaddeus Archer guys. So if I absolutely had to lose to somebody, I guess it would have to be him.
It's okay. And it's a roll up too. So it's not like it was clean. You know, we'll give him a mulligan on this time. But the next time around.
Beat me, right? And he had the tights. Let's not forget that. That handful of tights. What am I supposed to do? I can't kick out because then I'm exposed. I'm thinking about the fans and like thinking of the product, trying to keep it not an X rating.
Right.
So
Right. You're doing COS a service on this one, man.
oh my God, Mike, you are on one today. Like, and I love it.
I'm just thinking about the ESRB ratings, man. We got to put this on YouTube. Like, I'm not gonna jeopardize us and our YouTube product and our Patreon product. I don't want to cross over the OnlyFans. We're not quite there yet, I don't think.
It's the next step right now.
You've been approached by hold on, wait, pause. Y'all are laughing. We've been approached by OnlyFans.
This is
True
true.
story.
This is true.
So what we've
Which
decided,
one of you, Jake or both of you?
The whole group, the group of us,
Yeah,
all four guys, including Prince Petty, which I don't know why anybody would want him on OnlyFans. That's another story. But we've decided to nominate Jake to produce feet pics, you know, because it's gonna make us the most. It's gonna make us the most money.
Is that the most requested thing you guys have? Is some feet pictures?
I mean, like, you know, that's what Jake is going to donate to the group, and our OnlyFans is going to be fucking popping because Jake is gonna just give them feet pics.
I mean, everybody seems to be doing well with them during this pandemic. Nobody's got anything better to do than just look at whatever it may be on there. So,
right. So there you go. So Jake, like now even Mike is behind the rally of you making the hardest part of the ring, OnlyFans, and just selling feet pics. $5, man, like $5 a shot.
Could you imagine? That'd be hilarious. We'll go up there to PWA to an event and just start selling feet pics at Mike's merch table. There you go.
Oh God. Man.
I mean, give me a cut and you guys can do whatever you like.
Wow, just a cut and then you just go sell out?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're not mine, so.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. Like, I gotta ask you this other thing too. So after the match, you do some push-ups there on Thad. What's that all about, man? What's going on there?
Well, I can't do them to my boy Davey O'Doyle. Like that's disrespectful, right? Like that's generally. But I mean, Thaddeus wasn't listening very well, so that's just one of those tough love situations. Punish the child, punish my manager. That's smart for next time, right? I'm gonna do. You gotta take them. Take your lumps, right?
Right, of course. He has to get this chair thing. I'm gonna go back to it, but he's got to get this chair thing down. When you ask for it, you ask for it. He'll learn.
I'm champ, man. Like I don't know. I understand where he's torn, but I mean, I'm the top dog, so he should be. I guess I'm not champion in that particular promotion, but hey, in Alberta, I'm the man. So.
Overall though, man, going back to that match, that was probably one of the most genuine heel things I've seen in a long time, and I really appreciated it.
Yeah, we were sort of like one thing, like peel it back a little bit. We didn't obviously want to do a lot because we knew everything else on that episode would be, high action, blah blah blah. So we decided to go more the story route of, and there was multiple instances, not just Thad not giving us the chair, but I mean. Hey, Thad, hold my feet. I can't do that. Hey, Thad, holding me against the ropes. I can't do that. There's a lot of that. So that was the story that we tried to tell with that.
Dude, I mean, it's perfect. And honestly, it helped it stand out even more. I mean, you're coming off of the two matches in front of you. And I mean, those were all, fantastic matches there. And then
what was before us? It was Blaze and
so it was Blaze
was it not?
And no, it was it was Blaze and Mo. It was Blaze and Mo.
Yeah. So I mean, they're gonna have an amazing match with him and a great athletic display. So we wanted to, and have everything. You gotta, the ebbs and flows and like be different than the one before you. That was sort of our goal. So
yeah, I would say you pulled it off for sure.
Here's the real question: when are you gonna go get Blaze? That's what I want to talk about. When is this Blaze versus Clark thing gonna happen? Because
we ended up maybe not. You'll have to watch the future episodes. There might have been a little bit of a lockup later on, but when are we gonna? I don't know. We were supposed to wrestle for the PWA title at the anniversary show a year ago last April there in a. I think it was to be a cage match too. I'm not even sure. So I'm. Who knows what's gonna happen? The guy, I'd like to get one more one-on-one fresh right off the bat against that guy.
Yeah,
it's always a treat to wrestle him.
He is cutting some fire ass promos right now, dude. Like I've been watching both of you guys because let's just split. Don't tell Sean, but like you two kind of like my faves right now, just because the promo work is just on fire, and I love a good promo. Like I love a good video, I love a good promo.
That guy, yeah, he's obviously a tremendous talent, tremendous athlete, and he's great intensity. That's one thing. He's the most intense dude. Like he's always bringing it, always 110%, always, like he's always ready, giving it his all sort of thing, especially with the promo department and stuff. And like, we're very different style wise in that sense. So I think that's like why we mesh so well too. Like, don't get me wrong, we're both very good wrestlers, but he's pretty much like the yin to my yang.
Yeah.
Sort of, right?
Yep. That's definitely noticeable, man. Like I cannot wait to see that. Like, I mean, Don't ask me to bet between the two of you because I was gonna sit quiet. Then we're gonna have you both on the show and make it super awkward.
Oh no, we would. No, I was very lucky, fortunate enough that during our WWE tryout, he was the guy I wrestled against there as well. So I'm very lucky to have like such good chemistry with him and be able to have lots of cool opportunities with him too.
Very nice. Very nice.
He was really like the guy, like when you're a big fish in a small pond, you can only do so much wrestling the same handful of guys in like Saskatchewan and stuff. And I remember the first time I wrestled them, like obviously there's some people in Saskatchewan that are more than others and stuff will do more. And then the first time I wrestled him, it was just like eye opening. It's like, holy shit, like this guy's on another level, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So real talk. So when are you gonna let like at least Jake and I come up and challenge you for the title in a handicap match?
Whenever you want. That wouldn't be much of a match, but
yep. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The disrespect.
Like, I think I'm just stating I'm a long ass reigning heavyweight champion, and you're two boys on your podcast. Like, I mean, I'll do push-ups on you both gladly. That's fine.
Oh, man. I mean, it's an honor either way. We win.
Jake, no. Why you no?
Well, then, that's when I make my heel move and I roll over and he's literally just doing push-ups on you. So I win.
Oh, yeah. To Jake turns on you. There you go. There, yeah, and then we align. There's the manager. There you go.
Wow. Do your lips ever get chapped from all that butt kissing you do? Like, Jake, you're supposed to be on my team, not on his. What the fuck are you doing?
Look, you got to choose the champ here. You got to choose the winners here, man. Come on.
Wow, dude. Okay, all right. I see how y'all roll. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure I have something in my back pocket when that happens. I'll make arrangements.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Okay. Sean's on standby. I see.
Let me go ahead and just start taking ladies real quick.
Whatever. We'll see what happens when it happens here.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. So Mike, we got some questions here from some Pokemon fans after I was talking to them about you. I don't know if you're ready for this. And we're going to start out with real simple stuff here.
No promises. If they get super heavy and deep, especially in the new stuff, I probably won't have an answer, but I'm looking forward to hearing what you got here.
Pretty basic here for now. So obviously, like the people want to know, the fans want to know, they want to know your favorite they want to know your favorite typing and then favorite starter.
Typing is tough because, I'm going to maybe say water just because of the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color. I was a heavy water deck user, but that's like old Gen 1 only kind of stuff.
Of course, yeah.
But I got a real soft spot because I would mix water with colorless, and water just in that game, water was like dominant with the Blastoise. You could pull all the energies you want, Gyarados, and then you had the colorless with hyper beams that would always make your opponents have to get rid of an energy. I don't know if you know anything about the legit trading card game or not, but that was always a soft spot there. But in terms of my favorite starter, Charmander. Charmander is my favorite Pokemon.
Charmander, huh? I like it. That's
the Charmander line, man.
Hey,
how can you get more iconic than the most expensive Pokemon card? Well, I guess maybe not the most expensive, but the most iconic first edition Shadowless Charizard, right?
Absolutely. I think I had that card along the way, but I think along the line somebody stole it from me, and I remember I had that problem.
I mean, Logan Paul wore one with a diamond crested whatever out to his boxing match.
Oh, what a douchebag!
Oh no!
Hey man, I don't know. I know a lot of the controversy that kind of surrounded him was with like the Suicide Forest stuff, but he has done a lot for like the charity with Pokemon box breaks. Like he'll buy a first edition box that's like fucking $300,000 and then auction off the packs and the proceeds go to charity. So I mean, I respect him for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely gotta look at the positives. It still doesn't negate the fact that he's a douchebag, but like. Hey,
I feel like Jake is worse than him. I mean, like
Jake is such a tool. You are
I'm not too educated on the Paul brothers other than when Logan really got into the Pokemon stuff. But that being said, I've always heard Jake is worse.
Yeah. You know what? You got a point, sir. Like, point for you. Yes.
Okay, so we got Charmander. We got a little water type here. That's a little, little strange and stuff. If you had to pick one game to help a new fan or help a newcomer in Pokemon fall in love with it, what's the go-to?
One of the Gen 2s, I would say.
Gen 2, really?
Gen 2 is that's Gen 1's so solid and so solid in ways that it's so broken. But Gen 2, like with the finale and stuff, the final battle, that's just like the penultimate for me. Like I actually have a friend that I like convinced, like, get a Game Boy, get these games, and they played through Gen 1 and they played through Gen 2. And when they got to Gen 2, like the finale, like, holy shit. And I'm like, yes, that's like exactly what I was looking for. And they never played these games. So
that's awesome. Coming from a person personally whose favorite game is Heart Gold, I completely understand what you're talking about there. I mean, it's awesome. It's 2 games in one, man, but it's even more.
Yeah, I wish it was like a little longer and they did a little better with like.
Yeah,
I know they fixed it in Heart Gold, but like the OG with like the leveling, because like the levels everything's so under leveled. Like when the 7th gym is like weaker than the 6th gym, and they're like mid-30s for their levels and stuff. It's just that kind of sucks. And then the gyms in the Kanto are just pretty easy except for Gary. So
true. Well, going back to and then to kind of add on to that too. When you're introducing a new player and they get to Whitney, what's your advice, for that milk tank,
That's so tough. Like unless you want to cheap out and Sand Attack or something, the rollout. Like Whitney fucking sucks, man. Whitney and whoever Jasmine sucks too.
Yeah, I agree.
Jasmine's always tough.
It's always fun to hear like we'd go to the midnights for games back in the day, and like we'd always talk about Whitney, and like we started like this in-person Whitney hate group. It's out in front of this game. So I think
Whitney's like a bit of a meme just because of her trolling Miltank. Fuck.
Gotta spam it, man. Spam that rollout. Oh goodness.
Good for her.
I guess. I mean, you're still the 3rd gym leader in the game.
Yeah, I know, but that's what makes it so great. But Bishop's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, T's just all down there like he's like, I can't believe this is a wrestling podcast.
No, this is what it's about. We need to know about people other than like what they do in the we know he wrestles.
Well, the thing is, I have to be a little conscious here, because last time he had a Pokemon conversation with our friend Spencer, he kind of dragged him online.
oh yeah, I sure. Well,
he had terrible takes. I'll give you that, though. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I mean, I thought you guys were playing Gen 1 and he didn't pick any Psychic. Like, come on. Yeah. Was that not Gen 1?
I believe it was. Yeah.
The most broken mechanic in the game. I love Gen 1 because it's so broken.
Because all you need is a Hypno or an Alakazam, and you can pretty much win the entire game.
For real. Alakazam's a bit of a glass cannon, but for sure. I mean, I'll say it for the people listening. Like, Gen 1's so broken because Psychic is so overpowered, and the weakness is supposed to be Bug. However, every Bug except for one, which was Paris, I believe, in the game was paired with Poison. And guess what Psychic is also super effective against? Poison. So therefore, no Bug is super effective against Psychic, and the only Bug type move is Mega Horn, which is a 40 base power move, which is weak as fuck when you get Psychic that's like 100 base power. Right. So like the only thing that's super effective is still a weak move.
Pokemon does not get my pussy wet, so y'all can keep talking about it all day long. This is not it. Like, but it's okay. I'm going to play along. I love Mike. He's like, for real, like I'm his favorite and he's my favorite. And that's that.
Teron, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Pikachu.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I was going to say Pikachu. Goddamn.
Like, I mean, what do you want me to say? Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to go with the brown one. Raichu. I like him because he's brown.
Got brown ears. He's orange.
Whatever.
Pretty orange, I'd say. Yeah. Is my mic better, by the way?
Yeah. Both of you guys, shut up. Okay, this is my damn show. And if I want,
why don't you pick Geodude or something if you want a really brown one?
Oh yeah, there you go. Jesus Christ, you two. Are you guys excited? Like, just keep it going with the video games. Are you excited about Pokemon Legends is coming out for your Switches? It's coming.
I haven't played the new ones, to be honest. I'm more excited for the Skyward Sword remake. I'm kind of pumped. That's this Friday, I believe. No, Friday, yeah.
It was this past Friday.
No, was it already on Friday?
16th at least in Canada. I don't know.
I thought it was this past Friday. I thought it came out already. Maybe it didn't. I mean,
maybe you could have different release dates in all honesty, but yeah, it's the 16th at least up here. So I'm kind of excited for that. I've been playing a lot of Doom lately. I've played all the old ones, Doom 1 and 2. I've been playing Doom 64. The Doom remake, the 2016 remake, is top 5 games I've ever played. I love that game.
Well, how did I know that before you said it? Like, was that on? Were you playing?
We said that. I think we were talking about that briefly off air at the.
Well, I've continued playing them since then.
But I feel like I saw you playing it, or I saw you post something about it.
Probably when I beat it, to be honest.
I remember.
I'll post when I beat a game. I post that. So.
Yeah. I noticed you were playing Doom. Yeah, right now I'm playing Immortal Shell is what it's called. It's like a Dark Souls type game, and I'm having a lot of fun. Like I usually get really frustrated at those kind of things, but I play with like $150 controller, so I can't afford to get frustrated with those.
That's a good way to curb that, I guess, eh?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I'm not gonna break my shit. Like, you have lost your mind. What else you playing? So Doom, I know you got that going on. It was you had another game that you said you were really enjoying the last time we spoke. So it was Doom and it was something else.
Maybe the BioShocks? Was I playing that?
Maybe it was the BioShocks.
I just finished them around that time, I think, because I played all 3 of them. Yeah. I didn't like Infinite as much as the other ones. I was playing the new Pokemon Snap too.
How would you like that?
Hold up, shut up, Jake.
We're going back to it.
Wait, no. You quiet. What did you say?
The new Pokemon Snap.
No, before that.
Infinite's not as good as the other ones. Oh, come on. You can't seriously. It's not
Michael. You just see that? We would do it, Michael. We would do it real good today. Like, we would not get into it about anything.
We would have a good time. Game.
Mike, are you gonna be for real right now?
You know what BioShock is? Under the sea atmosphere. What's Infinite in the sky? The exact opposite. It's just another generic shooter with BioShock.
BioShock told a story. How do you say BioShock 2 is good?
BioShock 2 is my favorite of the 3. I know I'm in the minority. I know I'm in the minority. How can you say that didn't tell a story? It's Buddy as a big daddy and going back and the big sister stuff. Great. And then escorting the little sisters. That's hard, man.
They have a new BioShock type game coming out called I think it's Immortal Heart or something. It's going to be like based in Russia. Try that. Maybe it'll be better than BioShock Infinite. Sir.
But to me, I enjoyed Infinite enough, but it just wasn't BioShock. To me, BioShock's like the atmosphere, claustrophobic, under the sea, in the dark. And then this game was like big open in the sky, and it just wasn't quite the same. And I found the hook stuff kind of annoying, like flying through the lines. Like, I don't know, I didn't really like that much.
We were doing real good. We were having a good time. I'm like, Mike has not pissed me off this whole entire time.
Yeah, it's not my fault. You have bad taste and stuff.
Jesus Christ! Like, how am I your favorite? And then you just talk to me like that. Like, I don't get it.
Because this is the dynamic, right?
Oh, out of all the Canadians, I gotta say, I get along with Sean the best. You and the other Mike are terrible. Okay.
Yeah, Sean's all about your Marvel and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. He's pretty nerdy, Star Wars and whatever else. I don't know. O'Doyle, you guys should talk to Davey O'Doyle. He loves Star Wars as well.
I'm just saying. I'm just a little upset this whole BioShock thing. And then you said BioShock 2 is your favorite.
I know I'm a minority in that, and that I accept. But at least you have to admit the first 2 are more BioShocky than the third one.
The first one was amazing. I will give you that. Like, we can't fight over that. The first one, when the nurses or whatever they were crawling on the ceiling. Still, right now, I still get goosebumps when they crawl. It just gives me like,
I accept that. The thing that I didn't like about the first one is the balancing of the plasmids or whatever you want to call them, because you didn't, aside from 2 of them, you didn't really need them.
Nope, you're right. You're right.
That's like, I wish you needed them more. Like, that's what I found also, like, once again, the second one, they did that. You needed fire more, you needed this more to get through to certain areas. So that's something that I like more in the second one. I know a lot of people didn't like being the big daddy. I enjoyed it. So
Okay. Well,
Coming from somebody that's never played BioShock before, I stand with both of you actually. So I don't care.
well, you
go
are
$30 on the Switch. You can buy all three. Go get it and play them. They're great. I mean, they're good shooters. Everybody should play them, I think.
Okay.
what are you gonna do with your Switch, Mike? Like, are you gonna buy the new OLED Switch, or are you gonna keep your old one?
I have a Switch Lite. I play that shit in bed all the time. That's why I have a Switch. I bought like a Super Nintendo, like a portable, one of the Super Boys or whatever it's called,
Yep.
just so I could play in bed because I don't want to sit in front of a TV.
Okay,
You
yeah.
play it before you go to sleep or something. That's why I've played so much video games in the past year or 2 years of COVID here, is because I've been able to play in bed before. Right? That's the lovely thing about Doom. You have 20 minutes. All right, I'll play a level and off I go. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
You just destroy. Call it a
Well,
I
day.
mean,
the old ones, 10, 15, 20 minutes on a long one, you're done a level. There you go.
so let me clarify. So, are you a Doom fan, or do you like Doom and Wolfenstein? Is it both, or is it just?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played much Wolfenstein. I played a little bit of the first one when it was like, you could play it Flash on a computer, but I haven't played the new Wolfenstein, so I'd have to say Doom. I mean,
So,
Doom is also super nostalgic to me because I remember playing in high school. The first episode was it's freeware, right? That's how it was released, so that you would buy the next two episodes, which is very smart. So that freeware is all over the internet. You can find it anywhere. I played the shit out of the first episode when I was young. I have it pretty much memorized.
yeah.
Played it so much. So Doom, I think, just for nostalgia, and I think the first Doom plays better than the first Wolfenstein. But the first Doom is also a little newer, a little more updated. So
I think that if you get your hands, I don't know if you can get your hands on it on Switch. I'm not sure, but
there is a
the
Wolfenstein on the Switch. I know that.
new one, like it's like Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein Old Blood. You will have a good time. I really think.
Yeah, I bet you I would like them, honestly.
Yeah. So, other than that, man, like, what should we be looking forward to from you? I know you just dropped a new YouTube video today. Right?
Yeah, I just dropped that today. I've been working on it for a little while. Hopefully in the next year I'll drop another one, maybe. I got a show this Friday here in Regina, Ringside Wrestling. So that's kind of nice, and that'll be the first show in front of fans again.
Oh, cool.
So
Yay.
hey, you get to see all the bus people, right? Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna probably still be masked up because you don't know where they've been. But other than that, still waiting for a PWA announcement, still waiting for the next clandestine stuff. That stuff should drop soon. I think episode 2 is dropping in mid-July, 22nd or something, maybe. Does that sound right? I'm not 100% sure. And then there is still a third episode you'll catch me on for clandestine as well. That'll probably be in early August, mid-August maybe.
Okay.
So there will be some content throughout the summer.
Love it.
So when is the next title defense for you? Like, when is it going to happen? Do you have any idea at all?
No, it depends when PWA is coming up and running. I don't know. I don't have any updates for that.
No number one contender. You don't even know who you'll be facing.
No, I don't. Unless I assume Blaze, because he was the number one contender before.
Okay.
I mean, unless that, who knows what they'll do when the show gets back? They might just strip everybody. They might, who knows, vacate everything. I really don't know what they're gonna do. The other thing I was gonna say, did you finish all your Pokemon check questions there, Jacoby?
Well, you kind of alluded to one of the last ones, and that's what there was a big an interesting reaction, kind of like middle out with people with the new Snap. So I was going to ask you how you felt, or where you were on the spectrum with the new Snap for Switch.
I like it. The only thing I don't like is the amount of challenges.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like there's like 30 per level, or maybe not that many, but it's an overwhelming amount. It's not like get this special picture. And the other thing, okay, I do have some qualms. It looks great. I like it. I mean, it's pretty, honestly, it's not too hard to make a game look great when you're on a set track, I feel like.
Right.
But my qualms with it are the professor's grading is way more lenient than the original. Like, even if you don't have something slightly center in the original, he's like, nope, too bad. And then this one, something in the top corner, he's like, this is a 4,000 point picture.
Right.
The amount of challenges is overwhelming, and the challenges, some of them are very finicky. Like, if you don't get it just perfect or just right, even though you technically have that challenge sort of complete in a picture, it won't pick up on it. So sometimes the detection of it is kind of weak. But overall, I like it. I think it's a good game.
I think it's a pretty game. I think that the N64 one is just too much of a classic to knock it off. Like, for this one to knock it off is the best one. But I do agree with you. I think my qualm with it is definitely how easy it is to get like 3-star pictures, man. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, the scoring is way too easy. And I get it's a kid's game, but like, come on, give me something here.
I mean, to be fair, it is like sort of posing wise to get 3 and 4 and 2 and all this kind of stuff with the new one I found. The one thing I do like is like day and night, and then like once you hit a certain score in a course, then like more Pokemon come, like it unlocks more. So that's kind of cool. And I will say, like, I was playing the original one actually fairly recent. How do you get challenge scores like 151,000? Like, the closest I'm at is like legit 30,000 away on one course, and you play the course and you improve it by maybe like 500 points. How are you supposed to chip away at that? Like, no joke.
You got hours and hours, man. Hours and hours. Oh my goodness. Let me ask you this though, Mike. I know we're kind of winding down here, but you know, I'm a big movie guy as well, and you were just mentioning earlier about your obsession with horror films. What are the top 3 must-see horror films for a new person like me getting into the genre?
Oh wow, getting into the genre.
I mean, I've seen like Get Out and stuff, and I've seen like, you know, Midsommar, and seen like all the artsy ones, but I'm talking like, you know, like, I'm just trying to get a good landscape of like, what do I need to check out to really understand?
Probably like, I'm gonna give you 3 that are like iconic, and not necessarily like, I put the original Halloween. It's not like in my favorites. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but the original Halloween.
I've seen the original one. Is that
no.
Okay.
No, John Carpenter, 1978.
Gotcha.
The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982 with Kurt Russell in it. That's my favorite horror movie ever.
Okay.
So there's like, I'm going for different feels of horror movies. And then a third one, that's tough. Maybe something like a Black Christmas, the original one, or like Henry, Portrait of a Killer, like something weird.
Wasn't
Black Christmas is gangster. Like,
the original, you saw the original, 1974. I love, that's top 5 horror for me. I love that.
Fun fact: I used to work in a Blockbuster Video. It was my first job ever. Like, and I worked there from 16 till I was 20.
Wow.
20, yeah, 21. That
was my
when I got recruited to. Yeah, so I've watched a lot of movies that we could have a field day with movies.
I am such a harsh, like, I'm nobody, I'm whatever, but my opinion on movies is pretty harsh and stuff. So like, I always have like, people always tease me in my catchphrase, a qualm with something, and then I just complain like you're saying about Midsummer. Like, I was as artsy as that movie is, it's fucking, some of it is so stupid. Like, oh, our friends are missing, let's just sit down and have dinner. That's fine. Nothing wrong here.
Or it's like what was it? It was like they tell you to not go into this fun place for the book, but you're just gonna sneak on in there. It's like, dude, leave it alone. Like,
also, they don't really exactly answer what that is. I know it's kind of implied, but there's no answer to that. Right. That's a loose end for me. And it's also 20 minutes too long, easily. And it's also overly gross for the sake of being overly shockingly gross, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like
Like the
Buddy jumps off the cliff and then they got to smash his head, and it's just over the top, sort of gory. It's like, is this necessary? Like, okay, I get it. He's sacrificing himself. Well, you don't care, but does it need to be that gross? It was a beautiful film, very artsy, very whatever, but those are just a few of my qualms with that one.
Well, Mike, you're giving us a lot for our next episode of.
I was gonna say, if you ever want to just talk straight movies, I will talk about movies with you, and I'll dissect maybe a few of my most hated and a few of my most loved. You guys can watch them, and we can talk about them together.
I'm pretty sure we will argue over that too. Like, so.
Well, here we'll give a little preview. One of my favorite movies of all time is the original Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
We just
I
talked
love
about
that movie
it briefly the other night. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just watched the sequel for the first time ever, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. And holy fuck, does that movie suck?
The worst of the 5.
Yeah.
I've never seen the 5.
Oh,
Fun
okay.
fact. I have seen a lot of movies. I've never seen the 5, so no spoilers, but
No,
holy fuck, does that movie suck?
Yeah.
I'm going to go through the 5, but I was so mad watching that movie. Fuck me.
Like, the whole premise of it is like, hey, we have this secret thing under here, and I'm like, you gave us an hour plus for that. Like, it's just crazy.
There's like nothing happens. Then you have like psychic people under the earth. Like, what?
Right.
And we don't have weapons because we use psychic powers to make our enemies fight each other. But our enemies are the apes,
Right.
in which our psychic powers don't work because they're too stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me?
Well, we won't argue about that because you are.
And the atomic bomb.
Right.
And then like Nova dying, spoiler alert, when Nova dies, I laugh. I'm not even lying. She just gets shot and it's just like the gun kind of goes off by accident and then she falls down in the background. I'm like, what? That's it? And it wasn't like a dramatic like
no,
and then she dies. She's just dead.
Yeah.
Like a major character, just that's it? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's the best. Have you seen the 3 since then though? Like the Rise and
No, he hasn't watched.
No, I have not. I just watched Beneath like 2 days ago. So I'll get there. I'll watch Escape, Conquest, and Battle, I believe, are the next one.
I'm talking about like the ones from the 2010s. Like
the remakes, yeah. I've watched Rise once, but that was a long time ago. I remember enjoying it, but I'm watching them in production order. So I got 4 to go before I get there.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, because I mean, well, I think my favorite out of the original 5 is probably Battle. And then, but if you
Not the first one? Come on, the first one's so good.
Well, of course. I mean, you get the iconic like that was my go-to like college essay movie because like I could have it on in the background while I'm like typing away, like or 3 a.m. type deal.
The first time I saw it, I didn't know the ending spoiler, so it blew me away.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So I always seen the speech like joked about like on like Family Guy and stuff, like you blew it up. They did it. They actually did it.
Yeah. No, I watched that for the first time I was a teenager, and I didn't know how it was going to end. I just, believed that they're on some planet 300 years away, like he stated. And then holy, what an ending! Like, I know it's on the cover of the DVD, and like it's so spoiled in pop culture, but I somehow avoided it, which made it so good for me. And I love that movie because there is no wasted dialogue in that movie. Everything serves a purpose. Everything is building to something, and it's pretty like, I'd like to think it's unpredictable, like with him being caught and going into the jail and getting broken out and this and that. Like it's a really good build for a movie too.
I agree. Okay, so on the topic of sci-fi, would you say that's your favorite sci-fi movie of all time? And this will be our last question.
Yeah, I would say so. I'm not super into sci-fi, funny enough, but I love that movie. That's probably like my number 2 favorite movie ever. I love that movie. So it would be.
What's your number 1?
High Plains Drifter.
High Plains Drifter. I've never even.
It's an old Clint Eastwood Western, 1974. Favorite movie.
That's an old ass movie, dude.
Planet of the Apes, 68. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is also probably in my top 5, 1966.
Okay.
These movies, I love Clint Eastwood. I grew up, my dad watched them and got me into them. I'm not into Westerns, but I love Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And High Plains Drifter, you guys got to check it out. My favorite ending of all time for that movie, by the way. Just want to say,
I have to rewatch that, man. Like I actually have a DVD copy of that movie. Because
it's so good, honestly.
yeah, I'll rewatch that. I haven't watched it in years, but I'll rewatch most definitely.
Yeah.
So, Mike, tell the fans where they can find you at, sir.
Instagram, Michael Allen Richard Clark. Twitter, Team Flex Appeal, because Twitter won't let me use my full name because it's too long. YouTube, Michael Allen Richard Clark. Facebook, Michael Allen Richard Clark. Just look up my name and I will come up. But I won't follow you back, but I mean, feel free to follow me.
Look,
unless you're cool like these gents, but I don't.
This guy eats glass. Look, before we go, I'm not spoiler alert. This man literally drinks out of a broken glass cup. So he's eating. It's a lot, Mike.
I ain't eating the glass. Like I ate the cereal that was spilled on the tray.
That's a lot, though.
All right, here's a little behind the scenes thing. I want to provide a little fun fact about that video. A little thing about that video. I had a TV tray, obviously, and I was sitting in a legit $900 chair. So I like the contrast there, because the chair is expensive as fuck, and then I got a TV tray that I'm eating off of. So fun fact there.
And then you almost destroy the TV tray.
Like some of the
TV tray, whatever.
Some of the looks on your face when it's happening in real time is awesome. Like, because I feel like you were shocked by some of the things that was happening. Like,
well, I mean, obviously, like when I was filming it, I wanted the stuff to break. Like that was the goal. But it's obviously when it rolls off on the floor and goes everywhere, it's unpredictable, right? I mean, it is glass. I have legitimately 5-pound weights coming out. So
it's good stuff. America, please watch it. It's
I appreciate
classic
it.
Michael Allen Richard Clark. So obviously, thank you guys for joining us for Indie Underground. Thank you, Michael, for coming and hanging out with us again. We will definitely do this again. Trust me, we're going to do it again. And
full
again,
movies. We'll give you a full 45 minutes.
All right, we got to give each other like lists, and we got to like maybe we each pick like 3 movies. We all have to watch them, and then we all discuss. I think that's like what we need to do.
Right.
Give us some homework. We'll come back, end of August, to end the summer out with a nice movie wrap up. I love it.
Right. Like, I think this will be fun. Like, Indie Underground has definitely evolved into something different. My brain is
movie review channel.
Yeah.
No, just the indie segment. Let me tell you something. When we started Indie Underground, we were thinking, okay, we can get these indie wrestlers up here. Nobody thought about the follow-up. And this shit has been magic. The follow-ups we've been having, Casey Patal, we talk about basketball and makeup and
perfect. There you go. Whatever our interests are, you guys dive in. Like I said, we all gotta pick a movie and then we each dissect the movie. I think that's
gonna be RoboCop. You already know.
RoboCop.
All right.
Titties and
I'll
guns.
rewatch it just in preparation for that.
Right. Titties and
I'm gonna
guns.
watch it
That's
for
the
the
only
first
thing I care
time.
about.
So here we go.
You've never seen wait. You've never seen RoboCop?
Nope.
Okay, we're not going to go down this.
Here's a more embarrassing secret. I used to think Terminator was RoboCop.
Okay, all right.
4 years.
Wow.
Thank you, America, for listening to the hardest part of the ring in the underground with Michael Allen Richard Clark. We will see you guys next time.